Welcome to Mid-Century Movie Vault. Enjoy the show.
The primary election is here.
Listen, dear, this is the United States of America. It's time somebody tried to buck the machine. Nobody's going to tell Jake Pittman he can't run for office. I'll try and make it as soon as...
Pittman qualified by honest.
Honey, call the police. Honey, call the police.
Jake Pittman's the leader to lead through this. Vote for Jake Pittman.
You're going to play rough, huh?
Up until the 1920s, the connection between gangsterism and politics in the city of New York was vague, limited. The political boss was in command and the hoodlum accepted it. He was a strong arm for hire and nothing else. But Prohibition gave the gangster something he'd never had before, an unlimited supply of money. Money meant protection, and protection meant power. For the first time, the gang leaders began to see the possibilities in controlling the men who controlled the patronage. They began to gather like hyenas, waiting for an opportunity to move in. Number one hyena, this man, Arthur Vernon Harris, graduate cum laude of prisons from Maine to Florida. One-time hijacker for the Schultz mob. One-time independent trigger, available to anybody for a price. We knew what he was after. All we could do was wait for him to make his move. My name's Barney Ruditsky. 20 years, gangster squad, police department, city of New York. Thank you.
Sit down.
It's Ruditsky.
I know who it is. Sit down. Now, listen, Sid, I ain't gonna beg you if you don't want to come in.
Looks like old home week at Sing Sing. You know, you boys shouldn't cluster up like this. Somebody threw a pineapple in here, half the gunsels in New York. Be out of work.
Hi, Ruditsky.
Say it, Art.
You know my kid brother, Babe, don't you, Barney?
Yeah, we've had some talks down headquarters from time to time.
Sit down, I'll buy you a noodle.
Fact is, I've missed our little get-together. Suppose we remedy that right now, Babe? Come on.
Come on, where? What's the matter with you?
When I tell you to come on, you come on. You understand?
Look, I didn't do anything.
The man is dead, punk.
What man?
You know, Ruditsky, I don't want to tell you your business, but I think you ought to know. Babe's been with me the last 5-6 hours.
Oh, it's fine. Fine. You just stick to that story and you'll wind up in the chair with him. Look, your stupid kid brother's been using his pipe wrench again, just as good as a signature, a big fat X. Now move.
What do you keep wasting everybody's time for, Ruditsky? You can't tie me up with that.
That what?
Whatever.
Suppose you just let me try anyway, hmm?
Sometimes I get the feeling I'm surrounded by fools.
Want to call a mouthpiece?
In a minute.
What was Ruditsky talking about?
A two-bit schlemine and nothing. You know Pittman?
Yeah. Running against Pat Reilly.
Reilly gets scared, slips Babe a couple of yards to rough him up. At least that's what he was supposed to do.
I'll tell you the truth, Art. I think you're asking for it, getting tangled up in this political racket.
Who's tangled? I do Reilly a favor, he does one for me someday.
In the meantime, you got Ruditsky on your neck.
You still don't see it, do you, Sid?
I see you're in a good business already. You got how many trucks? 20, 30. You got your own boats, your own contacts in Canada. You sell pretty good liquor, pretty good beer.
And I pay 20 G's a month protection.
That ain't bad. You ought to see what I get stuck for.
Okay, look. I pay 20 G's because there's 100 palms sticking out, all waiting for the grease. And half the time it don't buy me a thing. What would happen if I had to get to a judge, a DA? You think they'd listen to Art Harris?
Who would they listen to?
To the man who put him in office, Sid. The district leaders, Pat Reilly and the rest of them.
So what are you saving? You think Reilly wouldn't cost you?
Sure, he'd cost me. But instead of 20 grand spread 100 ways, I put 10 on Reilly's desk. Reilly picks up the phone, calls his pals. Huh?
I wouldn't trust them stinking politicians any farther than I can throw a piano.
A lot of New Yorkers had been planning to vote for Jake Pittman. The Reilly machine had held political power in the 23rd District for 20 years. It was tired, it was tottering, and Art Harris knew it. The time had come to pump some new blood into the old veins. And if the new blood just happened to be diseased, who cared?
You're in trouble, Reilly. I figure I can help. That's all there is to it.
Art, you're talking to a man who's been in politics since the age of 13. Don't come crying to me about altruism.
Altruism?
Unselfish regard for the interests of others, Art.
Is that English?
Just barely. It's a good word in a speech. All I have to do is pound the rostrum and accuse my opponent of altruistic practices, and everybody figures he's either a degenerate or a red. Well, sit down. Let's get practical. You've got something to sell? You want to provide some election help?
That's right.
Like you helped me with Jake Pittman?
Babe was carried away. He was sorry about that.
Yeah, I was sorry about it, too. I understand Babe got picked up.
He's out again. Ruditsky had nothing to hold him on.
The newspapers have been calling me some pretty dirty names since Pittman was killed, Art.
What do you want me to do? Raise him from the dead?
Okay. Spell your proposition out for me.
It's simple. I guarantee that you stay in office in the next general election.
How?
You leave that to me.
I leave nothing to you. If we make a deal, you're just a hired hand like always. You're not taking over the 23rd, friend.
I ain't no politician. Liquor's my business.
So you're getting nothing out of this at all, huh?
Pat, with you in office, I know what to expect. Some other outfit gets in, maybe there's trouble. Naturally, if I get into a tight spot someday, I might call you.
Naturally.
And I expect to pay. I ain't asking for a free ride. But it's up to you.
Art, this won't be an easy election to swing. I don't want any more murders.
Art Harris went to work on behalf of Pat Reilly in April. And by the next general election, the Harris plan for the defilement of the most precious right Americans possess was well underway. At every polling place in Reilly's district, prospective voters were screened by a special committee. Everything went off as scheduled, but just to make doubly sure that nothing had gone wrong, the ballots themselves were examined, and, if found deficient, were corrected, exchanged.
Hey, everybody shut up and listen. Here's the final count for district leader. Pat Reilly, 14,300. Jones, 2012.
The result, a smashing victory for Pat Reilly and the 23rd District machine. The people had spoken.
Art, you son of a gun. You did it, you did it.
Stick with me, that's all you gotta do.
Hey, Art, I want you to meet a real sweet little kid. Yeah?
I'm pleased to make your acquaintance.
Yeah, isn't she cute?
Yeah, hiya, honey.
Her name's Maxine, Art. Her name's Maxine.
Art, Ruditsky just come in. Fields is with him. Babe. Ruditsky's looking for you. You better get in the storeroom.
I ain't gonna run away from that cop. Besides, I want to be with Maxine.
Come on.
Hey, what are you shoving? Come on. What do you let that guy bother you for? If you weren't my brother, I'd say you were yellow.
Now, you listen to me. You get in that storeroom and stay till I come for you. You understand? And lock the door. You too. You better get out the back way. Hiya, Barney. Welcome to the 23rd.
Thank you. What are you, the official host?
You might say that. How about a drink?
Oh, you had quite a night for yourself, didn't you? All due to you. You must be real proud.
Well, I think every citizen should do his bit on election day, don't you, Barney?
Where's Reilly?
Got his nose a little wet, sleeping it off in one of the rooms.
It was big of you to let the old man hang around.
What are you talking about? This is his club.
Yeah.
What are you looking for, Barney? Maybe I can help.
Maybe.
Oh, I'll sign him in there. You looking for Babe? I can tell you where Babe is.
Where?
Home. That's nothing but a storeroom, Barney. Come on, Fields, I'll buy you a drink.
Knife? Give me a shoulder, huh?
Hey!
Try to cut him off around the block, Max.
Hey, come on out.
That broke, shoot!
Oh, my arm! Oh, my arm! Oh, give me a doctor for my arm! Come on.
Doctor, you're lucky you don't need a hearse.
What do you want with me? I didn't do nothing!
No.
Sure, you got a real pure conscience. That's why you were running, huh?
Babe, you all right?
It's my arm.
What are you trying to pull, Ruditsky? What are the charges?
The murder of Jake Pittman. It took us a little time out, but we finally made it. We got the wretch with his prints on it. And some skin and hair from Pittman. Let's see your mouthpiece try to spring him this time.
Here.
Oh, I'm dying. Get me a breathe.
Come on, drink it. Now listen, Reilly. There's something you gotta do.
Oh, what's in that besides lava?
My kid brother's in trouble, bad trouble.
I'll get a lawyer. I'm not doing anything more for him.
Quit playing around. A lawyer can't do any good, understand? We gotta go higher, Pat.
Higher?
We go downtown, Pat. We start with the DA. You think that's funny?
What's the matter with you, anyway? Is this one of those little favors you were going to ask of me?
DA's a friend of yours, ain't he?
Certainly. I can't use my influence with him.
You can.
No.
Oh, you listen to me, Pat. I wouldn't have to kill you. I got boys who don't get carried away like Babe. These guys can take you apart like a cheap watch and still keep you ticking every minute. You want me to call them?
Art.
Phone the DA. Operator?
What were you worried about, Al? You know I always carry the 23rd. Hiya, Barney. Come on in, have a drink. Yeah, telegrams by the thousands.
You miserable punk.
I'll call you back, Al.
Who do you think you are, combusting in there, calling names?
Hi, Ruditsky.
Well, if it isn't the other Bob each win.
Get out!
How did it make you feel when you got that murder charge dismissed? All nice and warm inside?
This is a private office in a private club, Ruditsky. I'm warning you.
Yeah? You know what you are? You're pathetic. I could cry for you. For years, this lousy slum's been trying to muscle his way into city politics. And you're the bright boy who had to go and open the door. Where do you think it's all going to end, Reilly? With one phone call? With one murder charge dismissed? You're dead. You're like the Arab who let the camel put his nose into the tent to get warm. What makes you think you can compromise with this kind of corruption?
All right, let's calm down.
Let's cut. And I'll tell you something. I'm going to cut you out of this if it's the last thing I do on this earth. You hear me good? Max?
Barney?
Anybody get a line on Babe?
No sign of him. I guess the word got around you were out looking for him.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know why. Barney, look, all you can do is bring him in and question him and then let him go again. That's not going to bother Babe or his big brother Art or anybody.
Well, you're half right, Max.
What do you mean?
Suppose we do more than question him. Now, suppose we slap a legitimate rap on him for every misdemeanor. How we could have him in here a dozen times a week.
What's the advantage? If we can't make a murder rap stick, how are we going to nail him on a misdemeanor?
Well, we stay with it. We stay with it until we find a magistrate who's willing to charge him. Look, Reilly can't have more than, one or two in his pocket.
No. Misdemeanor rap's too good for a punk like Babe. Look, we know he killed Jake Pittman.
I know, but it's not Babe I'm after. Now, why do you think Art took over the 23rd District?
For political protection.
Right. And what happens when Reilly can no longer provide protection?
And Art cuts him down like a stalk of sugar cane. Then he elects or appoints somebody to replace him.
Yeah, right. And then maybe he comes to us, huh? And sings. Gives us enough information to send Art Harris away for 1,000 years. From that moment on, the word went out to the stoolies. Keep an eye on Babe for us. They did.
I'll take it, Babe.
Hey. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? Don't you know it's illegal to deliver whiskey?
Who do you think you're shoving around?
Listen, you. When are you going to learn how to resist an officer?
Just wait till my brother hears about this.
Oh, big deal.
How'd the arraignment go, or should I ask?
Just like it was rehearsed, the magistrate threw it out of court.
Who was the judge?
Charlie Casey.
No, I didn't know Riley's influence went that far.
Well, it's got to end someplace, Max. There must be one honest magistrate someplace in this... What do you know about Floyd Lewis?
Oh, he's a good judge. Honest, clean as a hound's tooth.
I think so, too. I think I'll go see him. I'll be at General Sessions if you want me.
Good luck, little David.
Yeah?
Well, listen, pal. You just stand clear, because when Goliath falls, there's going to be one awful crash.
And you suspect collusion between Art Harris and Judge Casey?
Well, let's put it this way, Your Honor. Babe Harris was picked up carrying a case of scotch. Now, the whiskey and his admission of guilt were turned over to the magistrate's court. The case was thrown out for lack of evidence.
Sergeant, you didn't come here just to have me reopen that case. What's in your mind?
Well, sir, what I'd like is a full-scale investigation of the connection between the political clubs in this city and the gang leaders. And I'd like it right now before Art Harris gets any stronger.
I couldn't undertake a probe like that without a whole lot more evidence than you've presented.
I think we can get all the evidence you need, Your Honor. If we can force Art Harris to put enough pressure on Pat Reilly, I think Reilly will crack. I think it'll backfire and Reilly will come to us.
And you propose to put that pressure on by...
By proving that Pat Reilly hasn't got the political pull to keep Babe Harris out of jail.
All right, Sergeant. We'll try it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Art, I tell you, nobody can talk to Floyd Lewis. I did everything I could.
Then everything isn't enough, is it? Pass the soy sauce, will you, pal?
Art, you gotta understand.
Reilly, why don't you go home? You look so sincere, you're spoiling my dinner. We'll have a talk a little later on.
Stop treating me like a messenger boy.
Sorry, Mr. Reilly.
I'm no Jake Pittman. I've got friends.
Are you sure, Pat?
You couldn't buy them all.
Why not? Look how cheap you came.
Harris, you wouldn't dare touch me. I'm the district leader.
You're nothing.
Sorry, Pat. We were on Art.
Oh, thank God. Thank God you got here in time. He was waiting inside for me.
You devil. You dirty, filthy scum.
Easy. Get easy. I say, how about a statement?
A statement?
Yeah.
I'll give you a whole book.
Good. Max, take Goliath here and that other bum down to the car, will you?
Yeah. All right. Come on.
Pat Reilly sang like a bird. As a direct result, Art Harris drew a 10-year sentence for election fraud and was later stabbed to death in a prison fight.
Last election.
His brother Babe died in the electric chair for the Pittman murder. Pat Reilly himself went to jail for bribery and was paroled in June of 1929. A bitter man who had learned the hard way that There can be no compromise with corruption.
Guns on all sides.